Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Gail Dudley, and it is time for your news in motion. I know y'all looking for Lexi and Isaiah. They'll be back tomorrow. It is indeed a young people takeover, and they're doing an amazing job. Are y'all loving them or what? Put in the chat what you did this weekend. Let us know how your weekend was rolling. All the different things you may have been a part of and doing. Let us know how that is working for you. Come on in the room, people. Let me know where you're coming in from. I would greatly appreciate it. Come on in the room. Do us a favor, y'all. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. What's up? Do us a morning a favor. Hit that share button. Share it on out. I see it also coming in on YouTube and LinkedIn, so that's great as well. Come on in the room. For those of you, it's about that time you have to reset your alerts on your Facebook page. Good morning, Dana. You have to hit the alert so that you can be notified. But again, y'all just put it in your phone. Our smartphones are doing all those things today. Good morning, Marion Jackson. What's up, Paige Dixon? You got to give us a report on how things are going in Texas, girlfriend. What's up, Latrice Jones? Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. Y'all, today is Monday. It is Monday, July the 11th, 2022. And as y'all know, we're going to give some headline news. I see you, Kim Edmondson. I see you, Miss Williams. Where's your daughter, girl? Let's see. You went to where? All right now. Mary Owens, what's happening to you? I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all, I am your host, Gail Dudley. I haven't said this in a while. If you're tuning in by audio, and trust me, y'all let me know. I just want to say thank you for tuning in on your drive to home, to work, or home, wherever you may be in these neck of the woods. And then those of you, I know you're not dropping off your children this morning, so I just want to say good morning to you as well. I see you, Diane Ladybug. I see you, Tracy. I see you. She is on here. All right, I'm glad to know she's on there. Listen, y'all, Lexi and Isaiah are turning out. They are turning out in a great way. I am so glad that we decided to do this. And they just pretty much took over, and they're having a great time this month of July. They allowed me to come in here today just to do what I do. And I have a guest with us today that you're going to absolutely love. We're going to get to her in a few moments. I see you, Deborah Sneak. Good morning to you. All right, y'all, we have a whole lot of news. So I'm not going to sit here and give all the shout outs. Y'all know I love you. You know I love you by now. But I can't wait to get in here. So y'all know what we do. Let's go. I don't think that thing will ever get old. We worked that thing, y'all. Again, that's what I call the bishop, the pastor, Timothy Carpenter. I have his wife with us today. We're going to get to her in a little while, but that's his work, and he's the bomb.com. Just got to call it what it is. I see you, Shardinia. All right, y'all. We got to get to the news today. First of all, thank you, Zell Ray, for putting out the post on Saturday. And it just gave me great joy. I've been telling y'all this since when? Since April the 5th, y'all. I've been telling y'all this since April the 5th, that Elon Musk was not going to buy Twitter. I told you he wasn't buying it. So this is a quick rundown, because I just had to give y'all all the receipts, right? Y'all can see it's like 2 pages long, but all the receipts, it started on April the 5th. Bloomberg was reporting he took a 9.2% stake in Twitter. Then CNN Business Report, he even took more. Then on April the 6th, he joined the Twitter board. Then on April the 26th, he said he was going to buy it at $54.20 per share. That came up to $44 billion. That's with the B, y'all. That's with the B dollars. May 5th, Wall Street Journal reported that he had some potential investors. On May the 11th, AP reported that he would reverse the ban of the former guy to come back on, and people got real mad. On May 19th, his Tesla stock start dropping. On June the 7th, well, he was now talking about having a breakup. He was like, I just don't know if we're going to do this because I can't figure out what's real, what's not real, if there's bots, if there are not bots. He was just trying to find a way. He wanted to start backing out. And then June 13th, CNBC reported that people were mad. His board on Tesla started leaving. And then here we are today, y'all, July the 11th. Let's talk about Elon Musk. Y'all, on Saturday, July 9th, 2022, New York CNN Business, Elon Musk moved on Friday afternoon to terminate his $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. The latest twist in all this that's going on. Now he's in a court battle. Twitter saying, "No, you buying it. You told us you was buying it." See, when somebody know they're about to get $44 billion, they're like, "I want my money. I've already spent my money." And he's like, "No, I'm leaving." So now he's talking about giving them $1 billion to get out of it. But now Twitter's board has it in court. It's all tied up. The lawyers representing Elon Musk claimed in a letter that Twitter top lawyer that he is ending the deal because Twitter, that's TWTR, is in material breach of multiple provisions. You know, he's trying to say there's all these bots, and he's been asking. Now, remember, y'all, he also met with the staff at Twitter saying who was staying and who was leaving. It's just a whole lot of mess. Y'all, Twitter's share fell 6% after trading hours Friday, as soon as this announcement went out there. But then Tesla stock gained a couple of percentage after hours trading. So we don't know what's happening. We don't know what's going on. But I told y'all day one, this man was not going to buy Twitter. It was all fluff. It was all about stocks. It was all about investing. It was about all these things. Some of you asked me, how did I know that? When we're doing our research and when we're digging into what's happening, you start following the stories and you can see something else is happening here. You look at their track record. He's done this before when it comes to Tesla. Now, he's a brilliant man. Make no mistake about that. He's a brilliant man. Even in late August, he's taking his Tesla stock and he is splitting it 3-to-1. Which means you'll be able to buy in at a lesser rate. So that's happening. But the valuation of those in the split of 3-to-1, it's not going to change much. Good morning, Jeffrey Payne and Adrian and Rosanna and Hazel. I see y'all coming up in here. Yay. So that's what's happening. So I want y'all to join this conversation. Let's talk. Will Twitter press to sell? Yes or no? If you put in the chat, tell me why. Will Elon Musk be able to walk away with only paying $1 billion to breach the contract? Or is there something else that's going on? But just because I'm as petty as I can be, y'all know this by now, I just want it to be known that on April the 5th, I reported that Elon Musk will not buy Twitter. I just want y'all to give it up for me. All right, y'all. With that, I want to bring Kenny in here. We got a lot of news, but Kenny got some news as well with Game Over. So come on in the room, Kenny. Come on in the room. What's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, so is he gonna buy it? Is he gonna get away with it? What do you think?
He's not. It's gonna be more than $1 billion, but he's getting out of it.
You think he's getting out of it?
He's getting out of that.
But what about the people at Twitter waiting for their money to roll in?
They lose. Game over.
I like that. All right, Kenny, take it away.
Hey, NewsInMotion family, good morning. How y'all doing today? Hey, the Las Vegas Raiders. They got a new team president. Her name is Sandra Douglas Morgan. What's so special about this? Yeah, she's a woman, but she's a black woman. That's what's special about it. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos, they trying to get me to switch from my Dallas Cowboys. You got a black woman in Denver who is now part owner of the Denver Broncos, and then the Las Vegas Raiders, they done hired a woman president over the whole team. Y'all trying to get me to switch teams. I don't think it's going to work, though, but y'all trying to get me to switch teams. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Black women are doing big things here in the United States and in the NFL, as we can see. Also in the NFL, the attorneys for Deshaun Watson, they're asking for all of the documents from the NFL's investigation into his alleged sexual misconduct. This includes all reports, recorded interviews, witness statements, and all communication. The NFL is pushing to suspend Deshaun Watson for a year. I had a conversation with my brother-in-law yesterday. He don't think nothing's going to happen, but I'll keep telling him it's going to happen. He said it didn't happen to Ben Roethlisberger, but Deshaun is not Ben. We got to start realizing that we get treated different because of our skin color. Deshaun Watson is going to get suspended. Um, in WNBA news, after writing a letter to President Biden, Brittany Griner dropped a bombshell and pleaded guilty for bringing cannabis oil into Russia. I think she was forced to do it. Now they're going to really try to get this done and do a prisoner swap. That's what I believe is going to happen. I think it's going to be a 2-for-1 because they have another young man who is in a Russian prison, a U.S. Citizen. They're going to try to get both of them for the one that the United States had. But yeah, I think she was forced to do it. But it's time to bring BG home. In other WNBA news, All-Star game, during the All-Star game, all the players came out in favor of Brittany Griner, and they put on number 42 jerseys. So everybody in the All-Star game wore the number 42. I think that was a good thing. And like I said, come on, let's bring BG home. On a lighter note, in the WNBA, Sylvia Fowler had a fast break dunk in her last WNBA All-Star game. Fowler announced her retirement at the beginning of the season. The dunk gave her a dunk in her first All-Star game and in her last All-Star game. I say big up to congratulations to Sylvia Fowler. Continue growth and continue what you do in retirement. Enjoy your retirement. That's sports. Game over. Let's kick it back to Gail for more news.
I appreciate that and all that you do. I love how you dig into things, following the story, come back and wrap it back up. So we appreciate you for that. And yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
with bring BG home. We got to see what's happening there.
Yeah, we
I
got to get
like
her
how
home.
LeBron has responded to her WNBA coach that said, "I'm over here helping. Why you throwing me
right.
under the
Why
bus?"
you gonna throw me under the bus?
Right. So anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, see you Wednesday. All right, y'all, believe it or not, U.S. gas prices fell to an average of $4.72 per gallon on Friday, down from June's record of $5.01 per gallon. All right, y'all know where you're going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time on tomorrow. That is Tuesday, July the 12th. But I'm going to be in front of the television watching the January 6th hearings. The January 6th committee hearings are returning on tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. You don't want to miss it. If you don't know what channel to watch, you can always go to the January 6th House Committee meeting. Thank you so much, Isaiah. I love it, y'all. He's in there real quick with it. You can go there to view it live. If not, it should be on MSNBC, CNN. I believe Fox is carrying it once again. MSNBC, C-SPAN, and others. You can check it out. It's going to be good. With that, y'all, Politico reports that long-time Donald Trump's ally, Steve Bannon, has made a last-minute offer to testify to the January 6th Select Committee just days before his criminal trial for defying the panel's subpoena is set to begin. Isn't it interesting? I think he thought they were playing around, but now his name is coming more and more to the forefront. He said, I better make a deal some kind of way. Will he show up? Will it make a difference? I really don't know. I think it's all for show, but we'll see what's going to happen. So y'all, former White House strategist Steve Bannon, who faces a contempt trial for defying the House committee probing January 6, 2020 insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, now says he will answer the panel's question. Now, I just see Jeffrey Allen James saying they changed it to 1 p.m. Eastern yesterday, but I saw it change back to 10 a.m. So I don't know. So y'all check your local listings to see when and if it would change. And maybe it has changed again now that Steve Bannon saying he's coming forward. I don't really know, but whatever time it is, I will be watching. Now, preferably, I prefer 1 o'clock, or really, I want to go back to 8 or 9 o'clock when primetime brought it out there. Yeah, I'm with you, Kim, that it's an all show. I can't cuss on here, or else I would tell you what I really think. All right, y'all. ABC 8 News Virginia reports more than 300 employees from 5 state agencies have resigned since Governor Glenn Youngkin announced Virginia's new telework policy in early May. They said that it will never be reversed. They can stay at home. He said, nope, you all coming to work. You're coming up here in this building. And 300 employees submitted resignations. They're saying there's no way they're going to be able to find people to replace them at the caliber that they have. And these are people who've had number of years of experience. So we got to see how that plays out. Y'all, PBS reports Arizona lawmakers. Y'all listen to this. And again, remember, once a state sets a precedent, it carries down to other places. Arizona lawmakers announced that they will move to make filming police officers illegal within 8 feet, which is going to be very hard for you to zoom in to get the conversation and what's going on. They decided to do this because of what happened in Minnesota with George Floyd and having the tape out there. So what do you have to hide? That's the question we should be asking. Why do you need to hide? Why can't we tape you? So the Republican Governor Doug Ducey signed it into law on Thursday. So that's 2.5 meters. Now, if you are closer than that, you can be handcuffed, arrested, and taken to jail. Arrested, handcuffed, and taken to jail as well. So y'all remember, once one state does something like that, it begins to trickle over, roll over. So we have to just be aware of some of the things that are going on. All right, y'all, Newsweek reports 1,000 of people have been making fake reservations at Morton's Steakhouse after the restaurant defended conservative Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh, who voted to overturn Roe v. Wade last month. So they stood out there, DC. Now, I have to be honest, if I was out there having a nice dinner with my friends or my family or my husband, and I see all these protesters, that will bother me too. But, you know, they said they were peacefully protesting. We have a right to protest. They stayed outside. Well, I guess he didn't finish his dessert. And, you know, he and his wife went out the back and he said, I believe in privacy. Give me my privacy. So they responded back, give us our privacy too. So it's getting ready to be very interesting of what's going to happen with that. So y'all, that's not the only thing. It's very interesting how things begin to turn, no matter if you are for or against. And I'm not sitting here declaring what side I'm on, but y'all, Dallas Morning News report a pregnant Texas woman who was ticketed for driving in the HOV lane suggested that Roe v. Wade being overturned by the Supreme Court means that her fetus counted as a passenger and that she should not be cited. Her name is Brandy Baton. And we have a picture of her. She was recently driving down Central Expressway in Dallas when she was stopped by a sheriff deputy at the HOV checkpoint to check whether there were at least 2 occupants per vehicle as mandated. I think we have that image in there, Isaiah. I believe that woman. Yes, thank you. When the sheriff looked around her car last month, where she recounted to the Washington Post, he asked, is it just you or someone else riding with you? She said, oh no, there's 2 of us. And he said, where's the other person? She said, right here. She pointed at her abdomen and said, the baby's right here. So it's going to be interesting. We have to follow that to see how that's going to turn out. Thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate that. I want y'all to tell me in the chat what you think. Y'all think she's going to win this? Will she have to pay the ticket? Will she win the ticket? Is this going to start a whole new conversation? It's getting ready to get interesting, y'all. It's getting ready to get interesting. So with that being said, I'm so excited. Friend, mentor, sister, let me see, y'all come up in here. There are just so many adjectives, nouns that I can use to describe this woman that's about to come on and join me this morning. So much faith walk, so much just vision, so much action. And so when we're talking about what we're doing today, and we're talking about self-care, and we're talking about being revived, and we're talking about spirituality, and we're talking about the January 6th committee, because all these things can mess us up. And there's days, even after I've watched or watched the news or gone through many press releases or reports and news items and things that are going into the virtual press rooms and everything. When I come out of there, it's like, man, I just need to go sit down somewhere, go to sleep, lay down, do something. And she's talking about revival, especially for women. She has a ministry to women that is mind blowing. Her name is Pastor Denise Carpenter. And she has designed, she's the host, the visionary, the coordinator, she's the pastor, she's the mentor, she's all of that with Esther by Design. They're having their 14th annual retreat. You heard me talk about this a few months ago, and it's soon approaching. It's going to be happening on August the 4th, 5th, 6th, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 5th, 6th, 7th. She's going to tell us in a minute. But anyway, I just really wanted to say, if you're really looking and you've been searching for something, and you're saying, I need to find an outlet, I need to focus on my self-care, I need to really deal with some things that are going on with me. Two things. One, I want to introduce you to her because she is that mentor, that coach, and this is a part of her everyday walk in life. And number two, there is a retreat that's coming up that you may be willing and able and ready to come to. So Isaiah, can you bring on Pastor Denise on into the room, please? What's up? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Look, you got up early for me this morning.
For you, absolutely. Absolutely. For you, you know I will do it.
Well, I appreciate that. I think you have so much to offer, not just to women, to men and women alike, but you have a love, you have a draw for women. And if I can read this thing, your thing for the 14th annual retreat is Birth the Unexpected. And it says the Esther by Design retreats are specifically designed to encourage a spiritual encounter for women of all ages in an atmosphere rich in God's word, worship, and praise. This unique atmosphere promotes fellowship while allowing time for relaxation, personal reflection, and meditation. With that, I would love to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Sure.
The first question is, what drew you to a ministry for women? What did you see? What was that call, if you don't mind sharing that with us?
Not at all, Gail. So many years ago, well before the retreat started, God gave me this vision and actually pushed me into this ministry because the fact that women have so many demands on their lives. They're mothers, they are sisters, they're daughters, and they just have so much that is being pulled out of them and on them. And because of these demands, sometimes they lose sight of themselves, their needs, their aspirations, their gifts, their talents, because they give out so much. And so this ministry is designed to pour back into them and to help them to understand that they are beautiful, they are unique, and they absolutely can do anything with God's power. So it is something that God has just really, really impressed upon me. And I just thank him for giving me what is needed to keep this ministry going. And trust me, as you well know, we have seen just lives change and so much through this ministry.
Yeah, we have Tanya Williams that just said speak in all caps up there because she was feeling that. She's relating that. She's also a pastor's wife as well here in Columbus, Ohio.
All
I believe
right.
they planted a church maybe a year and a half ago
Okay.
in Dublin. So
Wonderful.
here.
Wonderful. Yeah. Would love to meet her.
Yeah, she's on here. Dynamite woman too. Dynamite woman. So with that being said, I've been hanging out with y'all for a while now.
Yes,
And
you have.
I have witnessed women's lives change like within those 2 days, 3 days, where you may see them come in the door just heavy and dark and struggling, and they leave like lighter, not just in complexion, but it's like the weight of life is off of their shoulders. And I believe that when people show up and they come available, they're able to receive. What's your vision for that? What do you see from women, and how have you found the strength to continue this, especially for 14 years? Because I know you see and hear everything, and I know it can be a heavy burden. So can you speak to that at all, please?
Sure. The ministry actually is about 16 and a half years old. We started the retreats 14 years ago. But what gives me the strength and the push to keep going is exactly what you said, seeing the lives change. We have had women that have come there. There's at least 2 or 3 but one in particular that came from a totally different part of the country that said she was seriously considering suicide. She said, I don't know anything about this ministry. I don't know anything really about this host, but this is my last stop. And if this doesn't do anything for me, then I know what I'm going to do when I go back home. I know how I'm going to do it. And after I got to know her, I knew exactly, after getting to know the kind of person she was absolutely serious. And God has changed her life around. She now just completed her doctorate. And so just those kinds of success stories that have absolutely nothing to do with me, but it's all God. And to be honest with you, Gail, it is kind of a conference style, the retreat. And when people call it a conference, I don't really correct them, but God has told me that it must remain the title of a retreat. Why? Because women need to pull away. They need to come away from the daily grind, the things that they just kind of do on autopilot because it must be done. They can't delegate it to somebody else. You're talking about single moms. You're talking about women that may have gone through a divorce. You may be talking about women that are caregivers. And so they need to pull away from all of that and just step aside and pour into themselves, or allow themselves to be poured into, even if it is just for 3 days.
I love that. Before we get to the actual upcoming retreat, you also offer monthly classes. Can you speak to that? Because sometimes people can't wait to the retreat. They need it immediately.
You are so right. People come to the retreats and they're saying, I just can't wait another whole year. Is there something else that we can do? And that sparked monthly classes that we have that run from October through May, and they're the second Saturday of each month. We take that summer break so that people can have time with their families, vacation and all of that. But from October through May, we have classes on the second Saturday of the month. They are virtual, and our website will be up if it hasn't been put on the screen already. So when those classes start back again, you can get that information. But each course, the course runs the entire span of time, October through May. And the last one that we just ended was A Better Me, A Better You, A Better We. And it was nothing that was self-centered or conceited, with that better me being first, because we go back to that airline announcement that we hear every time we step on a plane, that in the event of an emergency or the loss of cabin pressure, put on your mask first. And if there's anybody around you that needs assistance, after your mask is put on, then you help them. And that stood out. So when God gave me that theme, a better me, a better you, a better we, you gotta be stable yourself. You've got to be in a good place, a good condition to be able to help somebody else. So that's what we just finished. It ended in May, and God has already given me the theme for next fall. So I hope you will join us.
Wow, I love this. It's so exciting. First of all, we get into the retreat, y'all. Hold on. We're gonna get those pen and paper. And if you drive, and all the stuff will be in the chat. But I just noticed something. We have on similar colors today.
Yeah. Why? Why? Because we are sisters.
I just looked like, wait a minute, hold up. So tell us about this upcoming retreat. It is August. Is it 5th, 6th, and 7th? I know I just messed up the dates earlier.
You got it. You got it.
Okay,
August.
5th, 6th, and 7th. Yes, there's the image up there, but go ahead and speak to that, Pastor Denise.
On August 5th, 6th, and 7th, we will be journeying to the Marriott at the University of Dayton. It is a new location for us. We have been down at the Roberts Center for the past 7 years, I believe. And so God is moving us south now. And it is going to be phenomenal. August 5th, 6th, and 7th, that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We start Friday morning at 9 a.m. This retreat, as I said to you, it is for worship. It is for praise. It is for fellowship, but we want you to get some rest. We don't want the schedule to be so packed that you can't eat, that you go home feeling tired. And so the theme is the birth of the unexpected. And there are so many things that God has placed in you that yet have not come forth. And we want this retreat this year to catapult you into your next. And we have some dynamic speakers. So can I share them?
Yes, absolutely. Share away.
All right. We have Dr. Simone Gibson, who is a pastor now of 2 assemblies in the Maryland area. And we have Evangelist Thwanda Anderson, who is coming to us from Hartford, Connecticut. And we have a powerful, powerful woman that if you don't know her, you will know her after this. I think some of you on the line just might recognize the one and only Gail Dudley from Columbus, Ohio. Gail has been with us several times, and now this year she is coming back to us, and I'm telling you, we are excited. Gail was a part of our original, what we call dream team of 5 ladies, and I'm telling you, those ladies, when they stepped on the floor, it was nothing but power and awesome, just electrifying worship and power in the word, just anything that you needed. So we are expecting the birth of the unexpected August 5th, 6th, and 7th in Dayton.
Yay! I'm so excited to come hang out with y'all again. Y'all should know me by now. I be rolling up in there, and I tease them all the time. Her, and I see her daughter Molly on here. They like be like decked out. I mean, they mean sharp, like St. John's, everything. I be rolling up in there in blue jeans, like, hey, what's up? Let's do
Right.
this.
Yeah, and that's why you are who you are. And you know, I tell you all the time how authentic you are. And that, Gail, I really feel is what is touching lives, because you're not trying to be anybody else. You're not trying to fit any mold. In fact, you're breaking the molds. And that is what we want women to see. So we don't want you to think that you've got to come dressed to the nines. You can come dressed if you want to. You can come in jeans if you want to. However you feel comfortable, just be there. The August 5th, 6th, and 7th, the Marriott at the University of Dayton. You can register at www.Esther, just like in the Bible, ESTHER, bydesign.org. And we've got a surprise guest speaker this year. So it's going to be on.
Let's see. Dana just said, so that is on point about Gail Dudley. Look, y'all, I'm me. I'm just I'm just me. Tanya said, Gail is Gail. Y'all know I'm crazy by now. But look, I love the Lord. Y'all cannot take that away from me.
That's the truth.
I do have a few more questions. Can you still hang out with me a little bit longer?
Oh, sure I can. My time is your time.
Listen to you. And then we're going to go to the inspirational message. But here's another question I have. You do a lot of feeding to women, not just women, even young girls. And I know men are encouraged by your words as well. When I can remember just driving home from the Roberts Center, from even the retreat last year, I came up for one day.
Mhm.
And the content is so powerful. And I remember you opened, and then it was Pastor Simone the afternoon. And just driving home, just chewing on all of those words. What is it? What is it about the way you all formulate this and pray over it? Because I know you have prayer intercessors, and to where people literally leave being able to have what I call arsonage for the rest of the year. Because I can still recall the way Simone went through the butterfly. I mean, from the caterpillar to I can still see these
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Even you in your opening, I can still see where women was putting in the cards up front and just going back to their seat just free.
Mhm.
What is it? Is there something that you do, that you prepare? Do you have us really focus on the instructions? What is that? It's almost like it's a key ingredient that I don't think anyone else has this but Esther by Design.
Gail, thank you so much. And I give all the credit to God, but I have heard that said over and over again. The key ingredient is the Holy Spirit. I can't veer from that. I when I lay before the Lord and ask for the theme, and when I ask him for the speakers, of course, we could invite what I call the big names that, if you just say the first name, everybody knows who that is. Of course, we could step out and do that. But God has never led me to do that. What he leads me to do is to ask and invite speakers that have a heart for what
Mhm.
this vision is. And I know that they will lay out before the Lord until they get a word. And if they don't get the word until they step on the grounds, that's not important. I know that when they get there, these women are going to be fed. And I think our team, I am blessed with such a phenomenal team of 8 women, and then they're supported by a sub committees. But these women, I mean, we pray all throughout the year, we fast. They give. Our budget is a shoestring budget, but I mean, because they believe in this ministry, so
Mm.
they give. And when we want it to be so that when the women step on the grounds, they feel the power. We don't want them coming, feeling like they're walking on eggshells. We want them to come just as they are. And we welcome them with love. We love on them the whole time, whatever they need. We ask the speakers, and this is something that is real important. We ask them, are you available for counseling? Because some of these women need on the spot, one-on-one ministry, and we want them to be able to get that. So the key ingredient is the Holy Spirit. And when he begins to speak to us, then we get our marching orders.
Love that. Love that. Thank you so much for even sharing that. I appreciate that. And I hope everyone heard that. So it's not them manipulating anything. It's
Mm-mm,
their
mm-mm.
availability to what the Holy Spirit is doing.
Yes,
And that's
ma'am.
key. So here's my next question before we go into the inspiration, my last question before we go into the inspirational message. I know you and I talked briefly by text about inflation and how women may be struggling. And I love
Mhm,
the fact that you've changed the cost going into this year to $99.
mhm,
So I want you to speak to that and also speak to what you would say to someone who's like, wow, I see these prices going up, but I
mhm.
really, really need this over here. Can you speak to that, please?
Absolutely. Things are different. This whole retreat this year, we've been saying this is going to be a different one, different location, new speakers. This is going to be a different one. And so in the past, the registration cost has been almost double what it is now. And the reason for that is we were paying for 5 to 6 meals throughout those 3 days. So, and the reason why we were doing that, we didn't want anyone to have to leave the facility. We wanted everyone to just remain there so they could fellowship and rest and whatever. So the meals were provided. But we thought, okay, God, we want to bring this price down. And sometimes the women literally were so full on the word that they were saying, I'm really not hungry. All of this food, feeding us 3 times a day is just, I don't really, need all of that. So we thought, okay, God. So once again, we lay before the Lord. And this was a leap of faith. You talked about me being a faith walker. And I said, okay, now they're going to have to leave the facility and get their meals, but they can get what they want, not menus that we have chosen,
Mhm.
but they can get exactly what they want. They can eat a little bit and to sustain them, or they can eat a lot. It'll be their choice. For that reason, our registration cost for this year is $99. That's it. $99 for the entire 3 days. Your meals are on your own. So wherever, there's plenty of things around the Marriott at the University of Dayton, plenty of restaurants. We've researched all of that. There's fast food, there's nicer restaurants, so they can have what they want. So that really is one of the major changes that we make. But we know this whole ministry from 16 and a half, 17 years ago has been a walk of faith. And we know this year is going to be different, but God has some powerful things in store for us. So that $99 is with everyone in mind, so that it would be affordable and that they can make it there and not have to worry about, can I really come up with this, almost $200? Can I really come up with this? But the $99 is the registration fee this year.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you so much for everyone who's tuning in. You're probably saying, okay, when can I shuffle some things around? And we're just going to encourage you to do so. The birth of the unexpected. You want to be there. See what's unexpected.
Yes,
you can get ready for
Make
it.
your reservation.
Quarter of the year.
Yeah. We have just a few hotel rooms left in our block, but we have asked the hotel there if we exceed that, can we have more? The wonderful thing is that this hotel is larger than where we have been, but make your hotel reservation immediately. We want to see you there.
Great. And then Molly put a link in there directly into the chat. So if you are on, hopefully the Facebook page, we'll also transfer to the LinkedIn page and the YouTube page that you can click on immediately and make your reservations. And then I think the reservation link also takes you to your room reservations. Is that correct?
It is.
I was playing around with it yesterday. Okay. Yeah. So there it is. So y'all, I'm not going to do the inspirational message today. I'm going to let Pastor Denise Carpenter do the inspirational message today. And then after that, we're just going to sign on out. But please stay tuned to listen to this inspirational message, because I know it's going to give you encouragement to want to hang out. And then tomorrow, Tanya just says she's coming. There you go, Pastor Denise. Then tomorrow we got the young people takeover back, y'all. Lexi and Isaiah, they're doing the work, y'all. Look, if I retire, I'm not worried, because the two of them, they are a hoot. So please be sure to tune in tomorrow to support our young people. That's what we do. There's the young people take over all month. Again, they allow me to be here with y'all today. They have literally taken over. So with that, I'm going to come out. I'm going to let Pastor Denise give us the inspirational message. Please do not leave until you hear this word. I'm sure this is a word from the Lord himself.
As they say, I'm not going to be before you long, but first I want to thank Gail Dudley and the News in Motion team for having me today. It has just been my pleasure and an honor just to be here. But I want to leave you with a question. And that question is, what's in your womb? Now, before brothers and men, before you begin to sign off, don't do it yet. I've got a word for you, and I'm not going to be before you long, but what's in your womb? Each of us know, and I'm sure this is not foreign to anybody, if you've turned on the television at all, you have seen the credit card commercial, what's in your wallet? And I think the latest celebrity has been Jennifer Garner, but there's been Jimmy Fallon, there's been Samuel L. Jackson, there's many celebrities, but they asked the question and they put an emphasis on the word your. They say, what's in your wallet? And they begin to talk about the perks and the benefits and of having this particular credit card. And so it talks about the stuff that's in your wallet. What it really does, it represents your financial security. It represents your purchase power. It represents your prosperity. What's in your wallet? But what I want to ask you today is, what's in your womb? There is something that is in your womb ladies, and there is something that is deep inside you, men, that is yet to be produced. There is yet a seed that needs to be planted that has not happened just yet. So what I want to do today is to ask you, what is in your womb? What is in you that needs to be planted, that needs to be produced? There's something there that God has given you, something there that God has placed deep inside you, that when you release it, when you plant it, when you birth it, it is going to be a blessing, not only to come back for you and to catapult you into your next, something that is going to just be a blessing to you, to your family, to your future. And God is not finished. When you release that, it is bound to be a blessing to someone else. So I want you to think about that question. And every single time you see that commercial come on again, what's in your wallet? I want you to think about what's inside of you that has so much power, so much benefit, so many perks that are going to enhance your life. So I want you to release it. Let it go. Let God do with it what he wants, because I promise you, you will be blessed. What's in your womb, what is yet to be produced. It's not about what's in your wallet. It's what's in you. God bless you today. Thank you so much for listening. News in Motion, thank you so much again. All of Gail Dudley's faithful supporters, be sure to tune in tomorrow and every day. There's a blessing in it for you.